Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, my name is Cara, and today I am going to be showing you my makeup routine that makes your makeup last all day long. Whenever I do clients, they always tell me that they can't believe that their makeup lasted as long as it did in super hot weather or whatever the circumstances. So I decided to make a YouTube video to show you guys how I get my makeup to last all day long. Here in New Jersey, we just went through a crazy heat wave of like 100+ degree weather, which is something that we are not used to. Plus we have the humidity over here on the East Coast, so it gets really hot, and when you get hot, typically your face is gonna get shiny and your makeup's gonna slide right off, but not mine, not with these tricks. So if you guys wanted to see some of the tricks and techniques that I use to make my makeup stay fresh all day long, no matter what the circumstance, then just keep watching. Just gonna clip this hair back and then we can get started. So first I'm going to be going in with my Lancome primer. I've been loving this primer because you can noticeably see it fill in your pores and get rid of any shine like immediately. So I just kind of place it where my large pore problem areas are, which is right here. I guess I could put a little on my nose too, but I don't think I have large pores on my nose. Possibly some blackheads, but not large pores. But right here, you can see it immediately like mattifies and kind of looks like it's already a little airbrushed in that area. So I've been loving this. This is the Lancome Blur and Go. I was trying to read it in French first and yeah, couldn't do that. Next for foundation, I'm going to be using my current obsession, which is the NYX Born to Glow foundation. Before I discovered this about a week and a half ago, I have been using this, Stay Matte Not Flat, also by NYX. Super similar. I feel like it's so similar to when L'Oreal came out with that awesome Pro Matte, and then they came out with the Pro Glows. And I used to be obsessed with the L'Oreal ones, but now I'm obsessed with these. If you do have oily skin, I would say just stick to this one. This is what I've been using for months and months and months, and my makeup stays absolutely flawless all day. I really don't have too oily of skin. I have combination skin, so oil does come out, but it's not 100% oily. So this one has been working out great for me too. Plus it's summer, so why not have a little extra glow if it lasts just as long. So the shade that I'm using is Buff, and in these, I have every shade. This one right here is 5. I would say I vary between like a 5 and a 6, and if I have like a spray tan, I'll go with a 7, and these are just by names instead. So this one, I really liked Buff. I went into the store and like swatched them all, and this was the one I liked like all the undertones on the best. Ooh, I just squeezed too much out because I wasn't paying attention. So if I'm in a rush, I just use a brush. That rhymed. But I really do love the way a beauty blender applies. And I'm not actually going anywhere today. So I filmed this video for you guys on Saturday actually while I was down at my shore house, and I thought it would be so cute to film like a summer all day wear makeup video while I'm actually like at my summer house, and had like the water behind me and everything. But I was on my porch because I couldn't figure out how to get the lighting to look good completely outside, so I moved into the porch, but the lighting still didn't come out good. I had my white balance on auto, so every time like a cloud went by or something, I changed colors. I had like yellow hair, green hair, red skin. It was a little wild, and I just figured it would be easier to refilm it than try to color correct everything. So here we are, and today I'm not actually doing anything after. When I did it on Saturday, I was doing my makeup because I actually needed to do my makeup, but I've got all the time in the world right now. Always just take it down onto your neck too, so you don't get that crazy line. When you're out in the sun all day, everything shows, so it is super important that you drag it down. If you're off like the slightest bit, like a half a shade off, it's gonna show and you're gonna look crazy. So just take it on your neck. with whatever's left over on the Beauty Blender. Okay, so that's good for foundation. You can see my skin is completely like even now, but it still looks like skin. It's not cakey at all, which I love. Next, I'm going to be going in with my favorite concealer, the Tarte Shape Tape. I need another one so bad, but it's okay. We're gonna get out what we can. With my concealer, of course, underneath my eyes, real important, I take it down the sides of my nose to kind of contour my nose, and super important for me too. Right underneath here, I get redness. I don't know if you saw it was currently red. My nose is always just red. I don't know. So foundation isn't enough to cover the redness. You need to like pack concealer on that area too if you have the same problem as me. And yeah, right down the side of my nose. And then of course you could do this and this and this too. And once again, just blend that out. Okay, now for the most important part of this routine. I'm going to be going in with the best setting powder of all time. It's the RCMA No Color Powder, and this is only like $10 or $12. You can order it right off Amazon, and it is the best thing ever. Just because of the longevity that it gives. I prefer to still use this powder because it's going to keep my makeup on in place all day long, and no one has time to reapply. So for the absolute most coverage, I'm going to be applying it with my Beauty Blender and pushing it into my skin. And this is going to just make me so matte. Typically, I will just use a brush because I'm lazy and that's easier. But if you want to create a mask that does not budge in the hottest weather or humidity, or I'm on a boat a lot and I get splashed and I don't want my makeup to budge, this is just the most coverage ever, and it's just gonna lock everything in place. So yeah, just pushing it in. If you find that powders do get cakey on you though, I would say use a brush, because even if you just lightly dust it over your face, this powder is seriously so amazing that it really will just lock it in all day long. Just gonna brush off any excess. I don't think there is any, but just in case. I don't know if you can tell, but my face is just so matte and so flawless at this point. So now we're gonna go in with some bronzer. I'm gonna start off with Hula Light because I'm a little pale right now. I might work my way up to Hula. We will see. Again, summer makeup means you're most likely outside, and so you do not want to make yourself look orange because your makeup might look fine while you're inside. And as soon as you go outside, it's gonna look totally different. So always just make sure you check it in natural light. Also, side note, this is adorable. I just picked this up from Ulta. It came in a pack of 6 with Hula Light, and then 4 of their blushes as well, and it was only $24. And yeah, it all came together in this adorable little tube. So you might want to go check that out while they still have it. Okay, now I'm going in with a little Hula. See how much darker that is? I'm gonna be very light-handed with it. Literally just a touch. And next, to further contour and sculpt, I'm going to be going in with my Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow palette. And I'm going to be picking up a 228 Luxe Crease Brush from Zoeva. That's what I'm going to be using for my eyeshadow. And just some of this contour color and just running it down the sides of my nose. And then also I just contour underneath my nose just to like lift it as much as possible. I'm gonna be going back in with the 126 Luxe Cheek Finish brush that I was using before. And also just adding a little bit of this contour color and underneath my jaw. You want to contour under your jaw and on your neck just because it's going to slim your neck. And who doesn't want their neck and jawline a little slimmer? So what it does is it kind of creates a shadow. So because of my lighting, I feel like there already is a shadow underneath, just because the light is hitting my face and then my chin is creating a shadow. But if you're out in daylight, sun's hitting you from everywhere, you don't necessarily have a shadow underneath your chin. So what you're doing when you're contouring that area is you're just creating a shadow that stays there all day. So the more shadow you add, the thinner your face is going to look. Okay, next for blush, I'm going to be using the Benefit California blush. Such a pretty peach shade. And then to highlight, I'm going to be going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Bar of Gold palette. It has 3 different shades in it. I'm using the middle shade, the rose gold color. Just think it looks really pretty with my blush. And then I'm going to be going in with the lightest shade and my finger and just running it down the center of my nose and a little right on the tip. And then just brush over it so it's not too obvious. So now for my eyes, before I start my eyeshadow, I'm just going to be putting a little bit more of that Tarte Shape Tape on and just blending it out with my beauty blender. I always put my concealer on my eyelids first. If I don't, my eyeshadow just doesn't go on as nicely. So your lids are naturally, they'll have natural oils on them. So by just putting the concealer down and then setting it with a little bit more translucent powder, it's gonna create a nice dry surface. If I was to just put eyeshadow on my lids with the natural oils there, they don't kind of like blend as properly. Like it'll just go on patchy. So always want to make sure you set your, always want to make sure you prime and set your eyelids. For eyeshadow today, I'm going to be using the Zoeva Caramel palette. I'm using a lot of Zoeva products today because I just got them and they're cool. All of these brushes are Zoeva. Going back in with the one that I used to contour, which was the 228 Luxe Crease Brush. And I'm going to be starting off with the shade Start Soft. And just running that through my crease. Okay, so I just got the other eye caught up off camera and zoomed you in so you can see. So again, I'm just using that fluffy blending brush and this orangey transition shade and running it through my crease and also down on my lower lash line. Next, I'm picking up the white shade from the palette called Wax Paper and just using that underneath the highest point of my brow as a brow bone highlight. And then going back in to blend the 2 shades together. Next, I'm picking up the shade Finish Sensual. I'm using a Zoeva 231 Luxe Petite Crease Brush and just packing that on the outer V of my eye. And then going back in with the fluffy blending brush and going over everything to make sure everything is all diffused together. Now I'm going to be going in with the shade Almost Burnt and 182 degrees Celsius and using the gold shade on the inner portion of my eye. And switching to 182 degrees Celsius, which is the bronze shade for the middle part. I just want to make sure I take that shade onto the brown and onto the gold, just so it's all nicely blended together. For lashes today, I'm going to be using the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Mascara. Instead of using a full lash strip, I'm just applying 3 bundles on each eye. So I just went ahead and did my lashes off camera. And as you can see, I just added like a little extra volume on the sides. Next, I'm gonna be going in with a nude eyeliner. This one is from Essence. I feel like I just discovered this brand Essence at Ulta, and their liners are only like $2.99. So I picked up a bunch of nudes, and also I picked up a bunch of like mauve and pinkish lip liners because it's just such a good price point. And also I picked up a couple shades of blush, like peachy pink blushes, and those were only $3.99. So it's such a great brand. I've loved all the products that I've used from them so far, and I love the price point even more. For lips, I'm gonna be doing one of my favorite lip combos. If you watch my videos, you already know that I like to mix my liquid lipsticks, and I'm never just gonna apply one color and go. So first I'm starting off with one of my favorites, Kat Von D Lolita. And I'm just kind of lining my lips with it. It's a great trick to bite down, because then you can pull your bottom lip in and make sure it's straight. And then also it helps you start applying it to the top. When you overline your lips, you mainly just want to overline down here and right up here. That way your lips will look full and pretty and not full and duck-like. I hate duck lips. I hate bad lip injections. I hate lips that look overdrawn. So to avoid that, just really focus on making your Cupid's bow really pretty, and then pouty down here on the bottom. Lolita is a great shade to do that with because it's not too far off probably from your natural lip color. It's mauve, so it's believable. But I do like to wear more of a nude lip, so then the next step is to come in with your favorite nude shade. I'm using Matte Gala or Matte Glory by Il Makiage. Also, by creating like the two-tone with the lighter inside and the darker outside, you're basically contouring your lips. So you're gonna be making them look bigger than they actually are. And if you're gonna be outside all day, somewhere windy, like on the beach on a windy day, or on a boat where it's always windy, you might wanna just stop right there so your hair is not constantly getting stuck in your lip gloss, but I'm not actually going out anywhere. So I'm just gonna make them look as big and cute as possible. So now I'm going in with one of my favorite lip plumpers. This is City Lips, and it's in the shade Pink Nude. Just applying it in the center as well. The last step, and also one of the most important steps to the makeup routine, is setting it with your favorite setting spray. I'm using MAC Fix Plus because this is an OG, and it never lets you down. And that completes this look for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you were able to learn something from this video. If you take anything away from this video, I'm going to say this right here is what is going to make your makeup last all day in the sun. Set it really well with this setting powder, and then use a setting spray. And hopefully it'll work for you just how it works for me when I apply it with my techniques. So if you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more tutorials and vlogs, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Ew, that's weird looking.